here we have an Hymer A-Class. I believe it's the B544 model. I've taken this on part exchange on a very late auto sleeper. The last owner has had it for 17 years, was his pride and joy. He actually went over to Dusseldorf himself to import it. There's some signs showing its age now, of course. It's 28 years young. I'll try and endeavour to show you that's the front winter covers for the front windscreen. So, going around the outside, no damage as such, but bear in mind it's 28 years old. It's completely and utterly bone dry. The owner over the various years has added various bits and bobs, extra lighting, a few bits of LED lighting, and has done various little, what I would call amateur paint jobs. But it is what it is. If you want something cosmetically perfect or new, by all means go to Germany, get a Hymer, remortgage your house, or in fact sell your house, as these tend to start at £100,000. So this is reflected in the price. A very usable model. So again, showing its age, not immaculate, but certainly not a munter. Not minter, it is what it is. That's, I believe, I'm told off the last owner, that comes out to, you can get a ramp on there to put a small moped or small motorbike on, but it's also got the bike rack as well. It's got rear parking cameras, there we go, there's the camera, and that works. So the back edge of the roof there, again, over the years has had an amateur paint job. Looks like someone's just resealed it there. It's bone dry. Depending on your fussiness levels, you could actually have that painted a lot nicer than that. Coming down the driver's side, of course it's left-hand drive, or the passenger side. All the panels intact, all nice and straight. Mains hookup cable, external locker, step for the driver's door. Under here, this could do with shampooing or bit of re-carpet on there, but that's the battery cover. So you've got a big, massive leisure battery there. The last owner was always off grid, so there's another leisure battery under the driver's seat. It does drive well. I drove it 250 miles back. See if I can undo the bonnet. That lifts up as so. The old 2.5 bomb-proof engine. Spare wheel. And it's got power steering, which is ultra rare on this. The last guy had it fitted afterwards because there was no such thing as power steering in this era. A lot nicer to drive, of course, now. You've got the step that works on the handle. Just push up as so, lock into place, so push down and it flops down. Two-burner hob, sink, everything works. He had the fridge upgraded a few years ago, and he uses it completely on 12 volts off the grid for wild camping. and that gets sub-zero for your ice. I've seen it working. All typical Hymer quality wood, but it would benefit from a bit of TLC, a bit of varnishing, but everything's there, nothing's broken, everything works as it should do. So again, TLC, depending on your fussiness levels. Cosmetically, it could just do with a bit of decorating here and there. But everything's in place as it should be. All the upholstery is nice, no rips or tears. We've got rear seat belts that have been retrofitted. I believe that this actually has a removable stay there that clicks into this side, so you can actually have 6 forward facing seats. So this can be configured, so that's there, and you've got another 2 forward facing seats. All the floors solid. This is, repeat, bone dry, no dreaded damp. Nice bathroom, actually, very nice. It's a shower tray and the carpet's been overfitted, but no damage or anything. Clip clunk, typical Hymer quality. Everything works as it should. Wardrobe, that's the original satellite. It's got solar panels on this as well. And there you can see this charge of the battery showing 13.8. That's the leisure battery. Because the last owner never went on a campsite, always wild camped. Now what's this? It says Watson Erling System AL8800. One for you to Google, folks. There's one either side. I assume it's some sort of air conditioning or recycling. There's more LED strip lights being fitted. All the original lights work. Oh, very nice. You've got the spot reading lamps as well as the main lamps. The roof works just on the wind up here. We've also got the midge net. The midge net clicks over nicely there, but I can't seem to get this to stay. Perhaps there's a trick or something, but that won't stay there. There must be some way or contraption you can get it to work. Last guy at some stage has painted the inside of this. I wouldn't say it's the best job in the world, but certainly benefit from a couple of hours TLC. So there's your massive double bed, and of course this will come out, so it's a 5 berth, so you've got 2 there, 2 on this side and a single bed there. Or you can bring these across to make it into a big queen size bed. Lovely condition, very comfortable, everything's there as it should be. And the last owner installed his little pulley system. I assume this is spare curtains all round for it. That's a good one to note. And last year the last owner has upgraded the rear blinds and fly nets, so these are brand new. Beautiful. Midge nets if you're going up to the locks in Scotland. Nice fly screens. So here's the pulley system that the last owner installed last year. So all we should do is pull on this rope now, I believe. There we go. And I'm doing that very easy, folks, with one hand on the camera. Hey presto. Just put that pulley rope up there, it's out the way. This mechanism locks it so that can't come down. That's the release, and then it can. So that's solid. Front seats, typical Hymer quality, no rips or tears, still spring and bounce in the upholstery. Both are swivel seats. Last owner changed the oil every 4 months for the last 17 years, and in fact there's the oil in the oil filter ready for its next oil change. So it's been all self-serviced, so there's no service history as such, I'm afraid, other than his word. So it's 188,000 kilometres. Divide that by 1.6 and that will give you the miles. The last owner put a new cover over there, so that's the UK miles per hour cover, as you can see. The last owner inserted a trickle charger, so that trickle charged the system on the mains. That works quite well. There's some instructions for it there. There's the solar panel. What else has the last owner added? A few bits and bobs. He's gone to the trouble of putting a reverse camera in. You can see it there. He's actually set it up to work on the side light. So you just put the side lights on and there's the reverse camera. Nice feature. Balancing, more speakers, electric fan, more cigarette, an accessory, 12 volt points. One's for the spotlights, I think one's for these is for the added LED lights on the front. I think that's the battery immobiliser if you parked up for a couple of weeks. One thing's this key, every now and again it's just a little bit of a jiggle. There we go, there we go. So just a little bit of a jiggle. And I have noticed over the last few years, now and again you just have to put the heater light on twice. Nothing to do with heating, but just to take the immobiliser off for some reason. So sometimes you just turn it off and try it again. There you go. Nice light power steering, starts on the button. There's even the original German number plate, which he drove it back on. And that's about it, folks. A little bit of paperwork, not much. He did say he's got the German Hymer logbook in there somewhere, but he's lost it on a house move. Wouldn't do you any good unless you can speak German, of course. So there you go. Just one note on the logbook: when he imported it, the chassis is a Fiat 2800 chassis, and the confusion at DVLA is they assumed it was 2800cc. It is in fact 2500cc. There is no such thing as a 2.8 of this vintage. So that's the only discrepancy. It never affected him, so he never bothered going through the drama of alternate at DVLA. So there you go. There's the last owner. No previous owners, of course. He bought it when it was 10 years old. So he's the only owner in the UK since 2001. And that's about it. I don't think there's anything else to show you. Demonstrate the roof. There you go. You can see that's raising nicely now. And coming down again. Various bits and bobs of electrics that have been added over the years that I'm not quite sure what does what, but no doubt it's for someone to have a play with and work it all out. Full control panel showing all the batteries. More lights, more LED strip lights. I'm sure there must be a light to work that one out. He went to the trouble of fitting a cassette player in the rear as well, but of course you can remove that and update it to a CD player as you wish. Lots of mains leads and plugs, lots of storage, gas fire, and there we have it. So all in all, a very honest Hymer, fit for purpose, everything works. Just put that back on there and show you him in place. There we go. Let's the bonnet back on. So very usable, but it's the basis for a good, honest project to just do some cosmetics. Any questions, feel free to ring 0798 526 1078, 9 AM till 9 PM.